Hit like and subscribe. You're watching the Marc Lamont Hill official YouTube channel.
Peace, family. It's your brother, Marc Lamont Hill. Welcome to Night School. Every night here on the Marc Lamont Hill official YouTube channel, we hold Night School, where we break down the most controversial topics, the most engaged debates, the most interesting subjects going on in the world today. And tonight is absolutely no different. So sorry to be coming to y'all so late, but life be lifing. I'm recovering. I know y'all know last week I was very sick. Maybe you don't know because we didn't do the show Thursday because I was sick. Friday I was sick. This weekend I was sick. Had a scare, like a real scare this weekend over some health stuff. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't feel like talking about it now because it's late and I just want to get through these couple stories. But it was rough. That's all I can tell you. Health-wise, health scare. Yeah, man. So I'm just trying to figure it all out, trying to figure out how to be middle-aged in a healthy way, trying to figure out how to do that stuff. I see people writing in, hola, Lynn, look Bovan, good to see you. Varante, good to see you. Nastijo Ibrahim, thank you. Is that dad? I know bacon neck me. Yeah, you know this. Yeah, you already know. Playboy. I am Dash, Salams, Sealand. I've been doing the vitamin C, the echinacea. I went to my chiropractor because I had a back issue today. They sold me something that has like echinacea, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin B12, all kinds of stuff in it. I feel better. I feel like myself again. I'm still stuffy, but I'm like 90%, whereas like last week I was riding on fumes, yo. Anyway, I don't want to talk your heads off about my health. I want to just talk about a couple quick things as we begin to transition into this new season. Lots of stuff going on. Billy Lynch said, Mark, will you do a show about Umar? That's an interesting question. D-Record said, man, do a commercial. But I swear that's not a commercial. I don't want y'all to buy this. I don't know. I haven't even tried it yet. The paper's still on the bottle. I was just telling you that I'm on my health game. I don't know what's in that. I don't want to know. Well, I'm gonna say I do want to know what's in it because I'm gonna take it probably. But you get my point. Don't. That was not a commercial, y'all. Thank you for shouting that out, D-Record. Like that was not a commercial. Don't do that. Don't take it. I was just telling y'all something. Back to the Lynch question. This is an interesting question. Will you do a show about Umar? I'm assuming you mean Dr. Umar as opposed to like Umar al-Khattab or something. Khattab. No. I think too much attention has been paid to something that didn't deserve that much attention. Dr. Umar has spent decades educating our people, working with our people, in loving service to our people. Some people have disagreements with them. Some people have raised controversial questions. That's for them to do. I'm here to put a spotlight on issues that will raise the consciousness of our people, the political aspirations of our people, and that will enhance our chance at victory. That's it. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. That's it. The rest of it, yeah, I don't care. And it's not particularly to Dr. Umar. It's about any of these people, man, who are coming out of the woodwork trying to attack leadership, trying to attack teachers, trying to attack organizers, trying to attack activists. Some people deserve scrutiny. Some people deserve to be challenged. I'm not saying that we should have a hands-off approach to leadership. I'm not saying we should be uncritical. I'm just saying that we have to prioritize things. And I don't spend my platform time, investigating my brothers and sisters. I spend my platform time raising these issues. It's night school. It's not unsolved mysteries or whatever. If y'all have a question for Dr. Umar, raise it to him and give him a space to answer it. If you don't rock with him, don't rock with him. If you love him, continue to love him. Someone said he keeps scamming folks. Don't you think folks should be exposed? I don't know if he's scamming folks or not. I don't know him to scam anybody, but if you believe he is and you believe he should be exposed, then do that on your platform. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying it's just not my interest. It's not my focus. Anyway, back to the topic. What is the topic tonight? The first topic tonight that we're going to get to Sorry, a couple things didn't get deleted there. That's interesting. Pull up. There's a very clear story here. I don't see the. That's weird. All good. I'll write a banner for it. We just have a little technical difficulty, but that's not a big deal. Again, I'm not tripping about that. But we got two stories that I want to get to, both of which I think are very important. The first one is about Gaza and the Gaza war. I just wanted to make sure I had that in the banner for editing purposes. Forgive me for the sloppiness. It's my fault. My duck was not in a row. Anyway, tonight's first story, we are talking about the Gaza war. And a historic first, one of the largest caucuses in Congress has formally moved to cut off U.S. weapons to Israel. The Congressional Progressive Caucus, representing nearly 100 members of the House, has voted to endorse the Block the Bombs Act, a bill that would halt transfers of some of the most destructive U.S.-made munitions to Israel until it ends human rights violations in Gaza. Mehdi Hassan Zateo got an exclusive on this. CPC chair, God forbid the CPC do it, am I right? CPC chair Greg Casar said in a statement, the United States cannot continue to send bombs we know will be used to commit terrible atrocities in Gaza. Side note, duh. Except the United States has continued to do that for a very long time. But the CPC chair's statement that sending bombs to people who are going to use them to slaughter people is a bad idea. That idea that it's a bad idea is one that should be axiomatic. It should be self-evidently true. It should be. It shouldn't even be something we should be talking about. And the fact that it has to be declared, and that the declaration itself is seen as a kind of moral victory and ethical achievement, says all we need to know about this particular political moment. Anyway, the bill introduced by Illinois Rep. Delia Ramirez would prohibit the transfer of bunker busters, 2,000-pound bombs, joint direct attack munitions, 120 millimeter tank rounds, and of course 155 millimeter artillery shells, munitions that have been used to level entire neighborhoods in Gaza. Ramirez called the bill, quote, the first step toward oversight and accountability for the murder of children with U.S.-made, taxpayer-funded weapons. This is the first time the CPC has endorsed legislation directly tied to Israel-Palestine, and the first time any major congressional caucus has backed a bill to restrict U.S. arms to Israel. The move comes after mounting pressure in Washington. In July, half of Senate Democrats and a record quarter of the chamber voted to block arms sales to Israel. On the ground, the toll continues to climb. According to Gaza health officials, at least 65,208 people have been killed and more than 166,000 injured since Israel's assault began. At least 442 people, including 147 children, have died from starvation, with aid agencies, just to be clear here, warning that the true numbers are more than likely a lot higher than that. We are grossly underestimating the damage and destruction and death here. The United Nations Commission of Inquiry has joined a growing chorus, including genocide and Holocaust scholars, labeling Israel's campaign in Gaza a genocide. And outside of Congress, the momentum is also spreading. We have labor groups, athletes, film workers, human rights organizations. They're all organizing boycotts of Israeli institutions. Again, institutions, not individuals, but institutions. While fans are pushing for national soccer federations to suspend Israel from international play. Some people will say this is wrong. They'll say it's anti-Semitic. They'll say it's unprecedented. All untrue. Suspending a country from international play in games, in sports, in recreational activities and cultural activities while they're actively slaughtering a people is entirely not only reasonable, but necessary. For progressive people, particularly progressives in Congress, this marks a turning point. It's an official break with decades of bipartisan consensus on unconditional military aid to Israel. This is why I say to y'all that we are not losing the battle. We're not losing the war. Sometimes you lose battles, but we're winning the war. We're winning the war of public opinion. We're winning the war of diplomacy. We're winning the war of activism and organizing. And it's a slow burn. It's a steady climb. It's not easy. It's not overnight, but it is happening. What you just heard about in any chamber, branch, or affiliate of the U.S. Congress would have been unprecedented even 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It would have been nuts. You might have been kicked out of the Congress for suggesting it. We're getting somewhere. People are seeing the devastation in Gaza, and they are doing something about it. They are frustrated with us. They are angry with us. They are hurt with us. And they're making moves. But it ain't over. There will be pushback within Congress. There will be pushback around the world. But we must continue to fight and organize and push and build and struggle. It's the only way. It is literally the only way. All right, y'all. We got one more story we get at with y'all. Unless y'all have a question for me. By the way, I want to shout out my brother Dash. Dash just donated $50. It's Canadian money, so that's worth something, man. That's money from the six. Please, if we can get somebody to match him tonight, that would be amazing. We're near the end of the month, and we got bills to pay, and we could use your support as we build this independent media arm, this independent media outlet. And yes, Nuri Yank said something that's incredibly important. South Africa was banned from international sport during apartheid. I'm saying that is a response to me saying that some people are saying it's unprecedented to ban Israel. It's not. Countries get banned all the time, B. Bibi, referring to Benjamin Netanyahu, wants the rest of the world to hate Israel. It makes his followers more fanatical. People around the world are completely done with the U.S. and their bullying and colonizing. Yes, some people are. Of course, there's a huge group that isn't tired of it. We do see the basic nations pushing back. We do see other international bodies pushing back. But there are a lot of people who just want justice. They just want peace. And this is how you get it. Let's get to it. We got no more story we want to get to. And it's about these. In Mississippi, 2 hanging deaths were reported last Monday. 2 last Monday. One was on a college campus, and the other was in Vicksburg. At Delta State University, the body of 21-year-old Demartravian Reed, also known as Trey Reed, a black student, of course, was found hanging from a tree. The Bolivar County coroner confirmed last Monday night that Reed did not suffer from broken legs, broken bones, or injuries consistent with an assault, pushing back against widespread social media claims suggesting otherwise. In a statement, the coroner said that Reed's remains don't show any lacerations, any fractures, any contusions, and that there was no evidence that he had been physically attacked before his death. The office has listed the case as a suicide for now, though a full autopsy is being conducted at the Mississippi State Crime Lab. Delta State's president, Dan Ennis, said the campus community is grieving, but also stressed that there is currently no evidence of foul play. Still, Reed's family has retained civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is demanding an independent investigation and full transparency. Meanwhile, in Vicksburg, the body of Corey Zukadis, a white man from Brandon, was discovered hanging in a wooded area near the Ameristar Casino. Authorities say he was living there at the time, and the coroner, his name is Doug Husky, said that Zukadis struggled with homelessness and drug use. I hate this expression, struggled with homelessness. It sounds like it's an individual battle that he's waging as opposed to a structural and societal failure. Anyway, his body is also undergoing an autopsy at the state crime lab, but for now, officials say both cases remain under investigation. I am very, very, very worried about this. I'm very concerned about both people for similar reasons. First, let's start with Corey Zacchaeus. Whenever I see someone hanging, obviously there's the possibility that they've done self-harm and that they've attempted suicide and completed a suicide. And that's always tragic and it's always scary. But when I see that the person was unhoused and that they were dealing with drug use, and I also think about mental health, were we there to protect this person? I also think about abuse. Homeless people are abused constantly. And so I don't assume that a poor white man hanging near a casino isn't foul play. I need the investigation. A black man hanging at a university, just because they say there's no physical evidence of harm or foul play doesn't mean that there wasn't. And that goes to the bigger point, right? And shout out to Colin Kaepernick for funding an independent autopsy of the latter case. The problem here is a few things. One, Mississippi has a long history of this, of harming and lying. Two, we don't trust the state. We don't trust the coroner. We don't trust the police. We don't trust any of these people. And so we have to actively investigate, scrutinize in order to ensure that we get to a place of peace. And by peace, I mean clarity. By clarity, I mean evidence. By evidence, I mean facts. By facts, I mean independently collected data. And if we don't get that, then ain't nothing else we can do. Anyway, that's it for Night School tonight. It's a shorter night tonight. I apologize for that, but my commitment is to getting this out to you every night. Crimson Hater wrote in and said, "Thank you for everything you do. I appreciate you. Thank you for the generous donation, Crimson Hater." And again, my brother Dash, thank you so much. I may go live on Spaces in a minute. I'm awake. I should probably sleep because I got to do Joe Budden podcast tomorrow. But I got more things to say. I want to do some live Q's and A's, but we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. Let's talk soon, y'all. How about tomorrow? So let's talk tomorrow. That works for me, right? Night School tomorrow, Tuesday evening. Let's get it done. I'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll talk, man. So much going on in the world, so many updates to give you all. I cannot wait. I'll see y'all later. Peace.